Hello, everyone. Welcome to Three Essential Questions, New Mexico's business and nonprofit podcast. I am your host, Pam Myers, and I am here with my wonderful co host, Erica Yoakum. Uh, and our guest today is Amber Dawn BearRobe. And Amber Dawn is the Indigenous fashion curator that launched Native American Fashion Week in Santa Fe that is coming up just in next month, early May. So, Amber, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me. I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, now I shamefully have never attended. I've heard so many fabulous things from friends. Share with the audience what Native American Fashion Week is all about and how it got started, all the fun stuff.
Native Fashion Week Santa Fe in the Rail Yard, May 8th to 11th. We're featuring 30 Indigenous designers from across Canada and the United States, as well as Native models from across Canada and in the United States, and non-Native models. We represent a lot of diversity in our fabulous model lineup. And this started, I want to say, when I moved here in 2012. The first fashion show I produced and curated in this wonderful state of New Mexico was for the Museum of Contemporary Native Arts. And it featured Jamie Okuma, Orlando Dugai, Dorothy Grant, Patricia Michaels, who ended up not showing up because she was secretly shooting Project One Runway season 11. But her work still, yeah, but her design still went down the runway. Pilar Argoyo, um, I know the Gusans, and missing Connie. Gosh, I'm blanking on her name, but it was quite a collection of designers, and it was a wonderful introduction to Santa Fe and to bringing, just continuing the legacy of Indigenous fashion arts in this wonderful city.
Wow.
So I'm gonna be honest and say
Yeah.
didn't know it even existed, had never heard of it before until you showed up on the schedule, and I've just been poking around on your website. So not knowing what it was, right? When I heard it and what I see on your website, I'm gonna put the website up here really quick. What I'm seeing on the website, my brain did a hard like 180 because I don't know what I was expecting to see. This is gorgeous, like gorgeous stuff. I think I was thinking it would be more traditional and, my brain, whatever, that's where I went. This is like gorgeous stuff. And so it's they're the what am I trying to say? The clothing and the artwork isn't necessarily indigenous. The artists are, correct? Am I right? Or
Well,
both?
they are all Indigenous at nativefashionweeksantafé.com. Our website, that is the Indigenous designers who are showing on the runway for this year. They are all Indigenous designers, and it is all Indigenous fashion.
Wow.
And I guess to your question is that the runway shows that I produce are really it's not what people expect, and that is the point, is to provide a platform for Indigenous designers to create work and to explore who they are as designers and to express who they are without being pigeonholed into people's expectations of what Native fashion and art is, which is much more than buckskin beads and feathers. And so you will see the use of unconventional materials, um, really exciting expressions that are, some of the designers, you're looking at Indigenous designers who represent a vast area of this land of Canada and the United States. And so the expression is going to be much different from a Alaska Native designer who's, grown up and been, their landscape and environment has been the Arctic, compared to a designer who is based in California, where their land base and experience and cultural knowledge is based in the ocean, palm trees, and the beach. So it's you're going to see that on the runway.
That's amazing. I mean, these images that you have on the website are just brilliant. I'm
Blown
so,
away.
I mean, I don't drive to Santa Fe very often, but this looks like it like a lot of fun. I mean,
Yeah.
just to be exposed to this, and it's a huge palette. I mean, I'm looking at, I mean, like you said, it's just like it's covers the gamut of design. It's really amazing stuff. So wow. I guess Santa Fe is a good place to do it. It's cool that I'm just blown away. Can you tell? I'm fawning. I think you're great. This is awesome. I'll shut up now. Pam,
Well,
ask a question.
Tell us how the typical event runs, Amber. Do you prefer to be addressed as Amber Dawn or Amber? How do you prefer to be addressed?
well, Amber Dawn is my first full name,
Mhm.
and Marie is my middle name. And I only say that because a lot of times people think I've merged my first name with my middle name. So Amber Dawn is my first full name, and Marie is my middle name after my Auntie Rosemary. And then BearRobe is my last name. And it's 2 words, and that's
Mhm.
bear like a grizzly bear, and then
Mhm.
robe like a bathrobe,
Right.
BearRobe. Yeah, and then I also have my Blackfoot name is Many Butterfly Woman, Nina Stupanaki. So I have a lot of names.
Wow.
Nice.
That's beautiful. I love that. And so how does it typically start? Like what you like you don't have how often does the runway go? Is it one solid day? Is it multiple days? How does the event kick off? Can you walk us through that a little bit?
Yes, it's multiple days. So it kicks off May the 8th, and that is with a VIP media experience on the Sky Railway, the
Mm,
Sky Railway train. So we're going to have uh, an amazing experience with a kind of a boutique fashion show. Well, and I'm excited to do this on the railway. I've never done this before, so it's something new. And then that will be followed by a model and designer mixer at the Milk of the Poppy, which is a brand new, fascinating little kind of social hub here in Santa Fe. Milk of the Poppy is owned by Georgia R. Martin, so it's under his umbrella in terms of the space. And then it's Friday is the market pavilion in the rail yard. And so what that is we're starting off with boutique beats and bites, meaning be having trunk shows in the rail yard pavilion, followed by a symposium, fashion panels, and then it will be continue to be. Sorry, I'm trying to multitask here. A very important person just called me, and I'm just like, I'm on a Zoom. Or sorry, I'm not on. I'm on a very important podcast. Um, um, so there's going to be the fashion panels as well as then shopping and the opening night. The public opening kickoff will be at the Market Pavilion. And I want to stress, I'm so excited about the fashion panels, the mini symposium. This hasn't been publicly announced yet, but I might as well publicly announce it here. Stephen Kolb, the head of the CFDA, is
mhm.
attending and speaking at our panels.
Oh, wow.
I mean, the CFDA, that's the Council of Fashion Designers of America. I mean, that's the head conglomerate of fashion in North America. So
Wow.
thrilled, 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 thrilled.
Wow.
And then Saturday and Sunday are the runway days, and they start at 4 p.m. in the rail yard at the old Warehouse 21 building. But there's also going to be kind of guerrilla style fashion shows that are going to be happening in the rail yard plaza, and that's being managed and headed by Kelly Holmes of Native Max magazine. So there's going to be lots going on in the rail yard, trunk shows, fashion pop-ups, fashion activations. There's also live streaming that will be happening for guests at the Violet Crown in the Violet Crown room. But there's
Mhm.
also the Violet Crown is having a fashion film festival with some fun, memorable films such as Clueless. Um, with Alicia Silverstone, Zoolander with Ben
Oh God.
Stiller, as well as um, Phantom's Thread with I'm getting the Daniel Day Lewis. That's him. So, anyways, there's lots
Mm.
going on in the rail yard.
Wow, 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 all kinds of activities, and I love that you're kicking it off with the Sky Railway. That's gonna be super fun to
What's a
do.
fashion activation?
Uh, Good question.
Um,
Good one.
well, a fashion activation can be many things. Basically, it's a space that I think a really easy example would be to like a step and repeat or a selfie station. So a selfie station, like a brand comes in, such as um, the Santa Fe Skin Institute. They set up an area where people can come in, they get their pictures taken, and they maybe get some free samples, some products. So fashion activations can really vary from, well, also the public runway. We're having a public runway for people who pretend like they're a model. So it really is
Ah,
just a matter. Yeah, it's activating a space that relates to the program.
Oh,
very
oh,
cool. Very
yeah.
cool.
Are there so you have a wonderful lineup of, models of artists being represented. Um, is there anybody that stands out specifically to you or, um, I don't know, is
That's
that
like trying to pick a favorite child.
I was just gonna
Yes.
say, if you're asking her to pick a favorite, I don't know if that's allowed, but
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
not fair.
excited to work with all of the designers. You have the OGs such as Dorothy Grant, then you have emerging designers, established designers, who are really business oriented, such as Leslie Hampton. I'm excited to work with some designers I've never met actually in person, and that's
Mhm.
Lucas Nonami. Very excited to meet him and to see what he brings to the table. He actually just did a storefront window in New York City for Hermes. I believe it was Hermes. I hope don't fact me on check on that. I believe it was Hermes, but it is in New York. Anyways, there's just the talent is just so diverse. We have Douglas Miles and Apache Skateboards. Um, he's bringing his team. So there's just so much diversity and fun and different elements in terms of really classy um, dress and high-end
Mm.
garments to streetwear to wearable art. So it's impossible to pick a favorite. I'm excited to work with everybody.
are
I
you
bet it's
seeing a
gonna be
trend? Are you seeing any kind of like specific trend that's
yeah.
going on? Like, usually in the season, it's this season it's mauve or whatever. Are you seeing a
Yeah.
trend like
The trend I will say is that everybody's in demand of native
that?
fashion.
Mm, mm.
That
That's
is the trend.
awesome.
Yeah. And so there's a huge demand. Native fashion is not new, but it seems like the social construct has society has
Clued in.
specifically, yeah, it's specific. And I kind of paused there for a minute because Canada is a much different animal when it comes to representation of Indigenous fashion arts. They're like, I want to say 20 years ahead of America.
Oh,
So yeah, and I'm from Sixican Nation. I'm originally from Canada, so I've worked and lived in both Canada and the United States, and it's a huge difference. The representation that African American people have in America, that's the platform that Indigenous people have in Canada. It's we have um, Indigenous premiers of provinces. Our political representation is, you can't ignore us in Canada. We're the highest, fastest growing population. So impossible to ignore. Where in the United States, we're still considered other, not even named in
wow.
politics.
Wow. Thank you for that bit of education. That's fascinating. I had no idea. Yeah.
Mhm.
Um, and so people can buy tickets. You encourage people to buy tickets in advance for the show, for the whole
Yes,
event.
you can't.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no tickets on sale on site. You have to buy beforehand.
Okay.
And
Mhm.
tickets will sell out. We also have our parties that are being RSVP'd. We're already over RSVP'd. Um, so, so tickets will sell out. They're going to go on sale next week. and there's also, we have partnered with Kissway. I'm not sure if you're familiar with them, KISWE. So excited to be working with them. They're going to be doing our live streaming. So you can buy live streaming packages and bundles. That means that you can actually keep some of the content, or if you just want to watch, you have that option as well.
Mhm.
And Kissway, they do live streaming for the Olympics, for example. So they're really a great platform to get Native Fashion Week Santa Fe in the rail yard to a larger, broader public at a really high quality content. But yeah.
Suppose, Amber Dawn, that somebody wanted to still sponsor your event. Is there still room for that? That if people wanted to be a sponsor, they could reach out to you?
Absolutely. I'm always looking for partners and sponsors.
Mhm.
I can be directly contacted emailed at amberdawn@bearrobe.com. You can also visit nativefashionweeksantafe.com to get information and to reach out. But please, I'm super eager to get more sponsors. We have fabulous sponsors and partners. We have Hotel of Santa Fe. We have El Rey Court. We have the Mystic Santa Fe Hotel, and the partners and the sponsors in terms of the state and the city and local businesses has just been phenomenal. And all of our sponsors can be seen on our website, but also my team. I have the top, just really top-notch team. My producers, Jam Productions, who do New York Fashion Week, as well as my fashion PR team, Sydney on the Scene, who's based in New York, and making sure the right people are in those chairs, as well as Lauren of Think Inc., who's really come in. Think Inc. is based not only in Santa Fe, but Chicago, and Think Inc., Lori Glenn, has just been a game changer when it comes to, really the business part of communications and PR, and quite honestly, they just a stellar team, and I'm so happy to be working with them.
Yeah. And what about volunteers? Do you still looking for? I mean, imagine you don't do all this by yourself. It takes an enormous number of people to help you, right?
Yes, it definitely takes a village. We always are looking for more volunteers. And yeah, you can reach out at, let me see, what's the best email? I have so many emails now. I think the best way would be to contact info@nativefashionweeksantafe.com, or you can even just email info@bearrobe.com. So there's lots of ways to get in touch with us. We're easy to connect with.
Okay. And we'll
You
put
can even
links.
reach out on, you can even reach out on Instagram, Native Fashion Week Santa Fe Instagram. Our media team will make sure that that messages get funneled to us.
Awesome.
So, did you do this when you were in Canada as well, and then brought it to Santa Fe, or is this a new project that you created here?
Well, I've always been a Native curator focusing on contemporary Indigenous art. Fashion was always in that area, but when I moved to Santa Fe, it really just was the leading projects that I attached myself to and that were asked of me. So I've been involved in contemporary Indigenous arts ever since graduating college. My bachelor's degree it's a Bachelor of Arts. I originally wanted to be a fashion designer and an artist. Realized that sewing is a very technical, mathematical skill, and I just don't have that patience. So I
And I don't have that
went to
skill.
the other.
So
Yeah, I don't have the skill or the patience. So I went to the other side, and became the kind of the arts administration and curatorial part. So I'm still an artist in the way of the creative vision of who I bring together in the programming. But
yeah.
in contemporary Indigenous expression, art has just been my life ever since leaving high school.
Wow.
Wow.
How fun. Yeah. How fun and exciting. Totally get the math thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I
Thank
have a
you.
friend. Her name is. Sorry, I just want to say I have a
No,
friend,
no,
Carrie Wood, who lives here in Santa Fe, New Mexico. She's Danae, and she's like computer software engineer person, but
no.
she is absolutely an amazing fashion designer and seamstress. Like it is just phenomenal what she can do, and that is like her engineer mathematical brain that is really informing her pattern making. It's outstanding.
Wow. What a great combination. I mean, right?
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Is there anything that we had not asked that you want to make sure to let everybody know about? I mean,
Just that, this Native Fashion Week Santa Fe, this is more than entertainment. This is really about bringing business, not only to the Indigenous fashion designers, but also to the state and to the city, to the models, the photographers, the videographers. And my goal is to put Santa Fe on the map as a fashion destination for all of those, for the demographic of people that do the Fashion Week hopping from New York to Milan to Paris. Santa Fe needs to be on that stop. And what makes this fashion week so particularly unique compared to all the fashion weeks is its focus on Indigenous designers and models. And so I really want this to grow into something that's much larger than me, that is beneficial for the state, the community, the county, and then also to really put Indigenous designers on the map in terms of the fashion industry beyond entertainment.
right.
And so eventually I want to have a spring fashion week as well as a fall native fashion week. So again, this takes a village. It also takes money. I always need investors. And,
Mhm.
these things I think people underestimate how much a fashion week costs. Just to
Mm.
give you one example, it's like $40,000 just for lighting.
Wow.
Yeah. Um,
Wow.
Yeah, and you think about then all of these design. We have to bring everything into Santa Fe. We're not Las Vegas and New York City where there's a plethora of industry
Right.
here to
Everything's
support
being
this
imported
type
in.
of
Yeah.
an event. So I have to bring everything in, which is also more expensive. So
Right.
always looking for support.
Yes. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. And lighting is integral, right? Integral to
Yeah,
Photography, videography. Yeah.
right.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
Mood. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Wow.
thank you for putting all of this together and for investing all your time and expertise in
Yeah.
organizing
Very
this and
cool.
curating this event. Yeah. Yeah. I'm very
Thank
excited
you
to
for
see
having
it.
me.
Yeah.
Great.
And we encourage you to go on to nativefashionweeksantafe.com so you can sign up, get your tickets, attend all the events that you can, and we look forward to seeing you all there. Thank you so much for listening. And Amber, thanks for being a guest.
Thank you so much. Happy to be here.